Hi, this is Brenda with Workshop Scraps by Brenda. Today I have a short video to show how I'm using my Cricut Explore to recreate, along with the Design Space, Cricut Design Space, to recreate a Cut-A-Bug Anna Griffin die. Now this is the die. I don't have the packaging, but it's the Anna Griffin Flourish emblem, I believe, and it's by Cricut, and it's very pretty. And what I plan to do with this is create either some cards, some overlays for items that I'm going to put in, hopefully Mother's Day gift basket. So I'm playing around with the die. And of course, you know, with this die, see if you can see, those of you, well, most people know that, it embosses as well. So it cuts, and I'm not even sure if it's going to show the difference on camera. You know, it has that finished edge when it's cut with the die. And so what I did is I cut this out of black cardstock and scanned it into the Cricut Explore software. And edited it and cleaned it up and created a file. And so then I I cut out these. This is what I got. Let's see if you can see a difference. Ooh, I can't tell. I'm tilting it. I can't tell if you can see how finished the curves and edges on this looks because it was done with the actual die and embossed. This one is just cut. They're the same size, same color, but it's cut and it doesn't have that finished edge. You might be able to see the roughness of it. It cuts smooth, but it doesn't have that embossed edge. And I can deal with that. I really am okay with that. But what I decided to do was cut them out. And what I did is I prepared several mats with the papers, and all I have to do is just keep loading, and it cuts, I want to say it cuts four per mat. I'm almost sure I can cut 4 out of one passing of cardstock. Alright, but then what I did is I took one of the cuts from the Cricut Explore and I actually placed it back into the Cut-A-Bug folder die and ran it through and embossed it. Okay? Not cutting, just embossing. And this is it. So I cannot tell the difference between the two, period. And you would think, why would you want to do that? That just seems like more time. I don't know if you can see the difference. I'm looking at the screen and they look exactly the same. This is the Cut-A-Bug one. This is the Cricut Explore. Now, this is a Cricut Explore before I embossed it. And maybe you can see a difference. I don't know. But you can actually see it in person, a difference, and you can feel the difference. But what I think is helpful to me is because, one, I don't have to deal with this. When I'm using my Cut-A-Bug, sometimes I don't get good results. I have to figure out the magic sandwich for it, and this is what happens sometimes. I get this, and it ruins paper. That's one thing. The other thing is, I think it saves me time, because while my machine is cutting these, because I have to emboss and cut with, if I'm going to just use the die, I still have to emboss and cut. Run it through, cut, then run it through again and emboss. Whereas if I use my Cricut Explore, and I'm sure the Silhouette would do the same thing, I was just playing with the Cricut Explore. If I use the Cricut Explore, it can cut while I'm embossing. And that will save me, that will make my production faster. So I'm excited to see exactly how this turns out. Okay, so I'm going to try one more time to see if I can get the embossing to show. Wait. I think it's going to focus. It's focusing on my hand. Alright, I tilt it a little bit. Can you see maybe some of the curves of the emboss? There we go. Yeah, I think you can see that. That's done with the Cricut Explore. This is the Cut-A-Bug. Let's see if I can get it not to focus on my hand. And you can see a little bit of the embossing around the curves. That's done with the Cut-A-Bug die. And then this is just a straight cut from the Cricut Explore machine. If you look around the curves, it's flat. It's not embossed at all. Focus. It's still pretty, but it's not embossed. So I think that's going to help me a great deal because I can just cut these out without thinking. watching TV, doing something else, I can just load them in the machine from a craft room here. One mat out, put another mat in, peel them out, and just stack them all up till I'm ready to use. So stay tuned, and I'll show you what projects I create with those. Thanks for watching. Bye.